LinkedIn, if that works. I've got some intro slides, so a bit of bump, and then I'll get straight into you first for your presentation. Feel free to drop at that point because I know little ones going to bed and stuff like that. So after you're done.
Oh, this is weird.
This is Narayan. Just unmute you, Narayan, so I don't have to listen to myself 5 seconds ago. So yeah, so we'll get into you, and then you can head off, and then we'll have a small break, and then we'll get our second speaker in. So yeah, sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds fantastic.
Yeah. I spoke to Cookie earlier.
Yeah.
And I mentioned about the event, and he went, I said, oh yeah, I told her I was. He said, why have you not waited till he can speak for England, and he'll be here all night.
It was terrible. I was doing the graduate assessment, and I was doing an interview, and the interview was meant to be 30 minutes. It took 1 hour and 15 minutes to complete the interview.
Yeah.
Terrible.
It's one of those things. So right, Trisha, can't get Teams link. Teams link. Too many windows. This one. Sure. Let me hyperlink. I've got a problem, and I'm here thinking it's like 2 hours to the user group, something's deleted, something's going wrong, and I said, do you want a call? Like, how do we fix this? Gives me a call. It's like, Matt, I don't. What do you mean? I thought you were telling me something's on fire or someone's sick or my environment's deleted. He's like, yeah, my camera's not working. And they're like,
Wayne does not go on camera anyway.
I do. I go on camera a lot.
He does. He's usually in a dressing gown because he's cold all the time.
Yeah, it's true. I am most of the time.
So, but yeah, so I've learned something interesting about Wayne today. And that is to never believe him when he says he's got a problem, because
Did you learn I'm a drama queen, sir?
Yeah. On the scale of 1 to problem, yeah. I have worse problems than that before breakfast most days. But that's
Wayne,
maybe
the undisputed drama queen.
I had to just shut my door because my little one's up and about, and sod law, he's gonna come running in here at some point screaming "Daddy!" So I had to lock him out.
Little cameo. Yeah, my son is currently eating cottage pie. He was adamant that he didn't want it, and now he's loving it. So. Right, we are 4 minutes past, so how about we just kick off? That's all right with everyone. So welcome everyone to the virtual user group. This is something we run every 2 to 3 months, and what we try to do is bring a good mix of people together. So we have introductory sessions and we have a lot more advanced sessions. We are part of the D365 and Power Platform user group in the UK. As part of that, today's agenda first. So welcome, everyone. First up in our agenda, we have Wayne Alexander, the drama queen we've been talking about very lovingly, because we really love Wayne. And Wayne is an expert in Dynamics 365 customer service, so he'll be taking us through how Dynamics 365 customer service can improve the customer experience, which is a great topic. The Dynamics stack doesn't get a lot of love sometimes these days, so more love for the Dynamics stack is always what we want. So yeah, Wayne's going to be covering that. We'll have a short break, maybe five-ish minutes or so, depending on timing and depending on how we're doing. And then we are going to get straight into our next session. So it is a slight change of agenda from a few days ago. Unfortunately, the people that we're going to present, both Michael and Craig, have had some issues and are unfortunately unable to join us today. They are fine. Should say that. No one's, but they had to pull out at the last minute, but we'll get them back for their governance session in the future. But as luck would have it, 2 days ago, there was a brand new product introduced called the Microsoft Digital Contact Center. And very luckily, we have one of the Microsoft PMs for that product, Sabya, who has very kindly agreed to give a presentation on this brand new technology, literally hot off the presses 2 days ago. So they will be going up last, and then we'll have a quick wrap up. So this is the slide I thought I was going to say. Because we're part of the user group, we want to thank all of our sponsors. So we want to say a big thank you to Click Dimensions, Develop, Infinity Group, BCN, Experian, Restro, Mazic Global, and Digipacks. Sorry. These sponsors allow us to facilitate so many so many of the user groups that we can have access to. So it's allow us to put on all these user groups and allow us to do these things. I'm sorry, I'm just hitting the record button. It's also on YouTube. So yeah, they really enable us to do these things. So I want to say a big thank you, and if you can, please check out their products. So I want to do a quick introduction to us if you're not familiar with the user group team here. So there are 4 of us. I think there's only 3 of us tonight. Unfortunately, Mike Hartley is traveling, I think, back from London today. But we do have Narayan, Trisha, myself, and Mike. We run these things. So if you do fancy presenting a user group like this, if you've got something you want to talk about, please do reach out to any one of us, and we're more than happy to talk about presenting and everything else. So please do get in contact. And if you do have any ideas on how we can improve things here, always happy to hear those things as well. For a change, I wanted to do a quick icebreaker. You don't have to come off mute. You can just drop it into the chat. But I was thinking, if you were a donut, what sort of donut would you be? No, I love donuts. I love, it can be any baked treat really. But if I think I was a donut, I'd be like, I really love a good jam-filled donut, like just like raspberry or strawberry jam donut with the icing powder on the top. I was in Lidl earlier today, And yeah, the donuts that they've got in there are absolutely great. So if you were a donut, what sort of donut would you? You can put the answers in the chat. We can chat about donuts as we go through. Krispy Kreme, yeah, too sweet but really good. Really good and bad. Yeah, it's good to be bad, as they say. A ring donut, one with just the sugar on it. You know, simplicity, sometimes that is best. So yeah, just a thought for the day. What sort of donut you would be? But without further ado, as we see the donut, pancake, flat donut, as we have the donut chat going, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand over to my my colleague Wayne. So I've known Wayne for nearly 2 years now. Wayne is an expert in his field. He is super friendly. He's very knowledgeable, and he would like to present on. He spoke to me about presenting at user group. I said, absolutely, let's do it. So I've wrangled him in here tonight, and he's going to be presenting on how Dynamics 365 customer service can improve your customer experience. So with that, Wayne, feel free to take over the slides and take over the show.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Matt. I'm going to full disclosure, Matt forced me into doing this. There was a bit of blackmailing going on, but we won't discuss that. So yeah, so can you see my screen?
Yep, can see it, fam.
Fantastic. First of all, I'm going to apologize for not showing my face. Some of you, Trish, will be thankful that I'm not. I've had issues with my camera all day today. It keeps on flicking on and off, so it's been causing me lots of problems. So hi, and welcome to my talk today. And what I'm going to be doing is an overview of Microsoft Dynamics 365 customer service. I've actually been told by many of my colleagues that I talk too much. Cheeky. So like my wife, I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet. Okay, so this is the agenda for the day, where I'll firstly do a quick introduction to who I am, followed by a high-level introduction to Microsoft Business Applications and Dynamics 365, delving into Dynamics 365 customer service, and lastly, a demo on the Customer Service Hub overview. Cool. So my name is Wayne Alexander. I'm a senior Dynamics 365 functional consultant. I'm currently working at CAP. Matt made the point that I've known him for 2 years now. I've been working at CAP for 4 years. Started my journey off for a small company called CRM Increase in 2007 as a support analyst. Then I moved over to Outsourcery as a functional consultant, where I worked with Trish. And then Trish and I worked together again for Quantic, and I was a senior functional consultant. Trish and I worked together again at DXC Technology. This time I was a pre-sales functional consultant. And at that point, the rumors were flying about Trish and I. And then I moved over to CAP. So long story short, I've been working with CRM Dynamics for a very long time. Started off in support and then worked my way up to where I am now as a senior functional consultant. Okay, so really, before we get into Dynamics 365 customer service, I think we need to take a quick look at how it fits in with the Microsoft Business Application. So first thing I'm thinking is, what is Microsoft Business Application? So basically, there are a set of applications that help organizations to be more efficient, to streamline processes, and enable organizations to make better business decisions using data. Now, these subset of applications originated from what was historically known as Microsoft CRM, which is what I started with. And notice that in this slide, I've highlighted customer service because that's the application that we're going to be focusing on and we're going to be working with today. So Dynamics 365. So we'll take a look at the business application. So Dynamics 365, what is it? So Dynamics 365 is basically a full suite of applications from dealing with customers through to back office functions. And what you find is that this suite really consists of module applications that would work together, can be easily configured and customized to meet the customer's needs. And because they're part of this broader Microsoft stack, these applications can easily integrate with other Microsoft products, such as your Team, Word, Excel. And in addition, these applications can be integrated with existing applications that are already being used. Now, the business applications generally fall into two main categories. You've got your CRM, customer relationship management, and that's your front-facing applications that you interact with your customer. And you've got your ERP, enterprise resource planning, which deals with the back office functions such as your finance, inventory, supply chains, and so on and so forth. As I said, today, what we're going to be focusing on is Dynamics 365 customer service. Now, this is a module within the Microsoft Dynamics 365 suite and really is designed to basically deliver a consistent and efficient service across multiple channels, ensuring that customers receive timely and effective support. And it integrates with various tools and features that helps service teams manage customer interactions, resolve cases, and really maintains a high level of customer satisfaction. Now, as one of the Microsoft Dynamics 365 application, CRM customer service integrates with the rest of the Dynamics 365 stack, but also it could essentially be standalone. Okay, so now that we know a little bit about Dynamics 365 customer service, let's just take a look at some of the key features that I just want to point out here. So first of all, we've got the concept of case management. And when we think about case management in terms of Dynamics 365 customer service, we're talking about automated case creation based on incoming requests submitted via things like via email, web or phone calls. You've got case information tracking or storing, manual case reassigning when different or deeper competencies are needed, and intelligent case routing based on issues, types, agents, and skill sets. We also have your analytics. So customer analytics are a big part of Dynamics 365, and this is to really deliver personalized responses and create tailored offers and recommendations. And with analytics, we can track and analyze customer behavior and data to identify engagement opportunities and increase customer satisfaction. A big one around Dynamics 365 customer service is your customer service interactions, your customer interaction management. So really with CRM in general, it's this 360-degree view of our customers. We have our omni-channel communication with customers, really important. We're talking about your emails, text message, social network, and virtual assistant. You have your pre-written templates for your emails, entitlements, and knowledge-based articles. And you also got things like voice-based customer verification and real-time translation of communication with customers for agents. We also have our agent productivity. So agent desktops with profile history and engagement transcriptions. We have built-in integration with Microsoft Teams for effective collaboration and faster resolution, knowledge base for our agents to work with, real-time insights and proactive recommendations for agents during communication with our customers, and community portals where we can go ahead and share tips and get insights from other agents. We also have our customer self-service. When I think of customer self-service, I think of chatbots for customers to facilitate the resolution of typical cases without actually involving human agents. You have your knowledge base for your customers where with the ability to search by full text and relevance for information to solve a problem that they might have. And of course, your customer portals where customers will have the ability to create or update their tickets, view knowledge base, lead feedback, and participate in surveys. We also have our support terms management. So when we talk about support terms management, think about things like entitlements to describe the terms of the different types of customer service. So entitlements, think of the entitlements as contracts, which is what is in place. And each of these entitlements could be specific to the customer for the different types of customer service. And each entitlement needs or will have its own SLAs. Talking about SLAs, you've got your service level agreements, SLAs to define how fast cases need to be resolved and whether they should be escalated or not. I mentioned knowledge base, just going to touch on that slightly more. So knowledge base, we can create and manage and share centralized repository of articles and solutions. It enables agents and customers to find the relevant information quickly. And this is really the key with customer service. It's providing that smooth, efficient, quick service to resolve an issue as quickly as possible, which could be done very well using knowledge base. And actually with knowledge base as well, you can use AI power suggestions to recommend articles based on case context. Integration. Now, I already mentioned that customer service is part of Dynamics 365 and is part of Microsoft Business Application. It seamlessly integrates with other Dynamics 365 modules. So for example, your sales, your marketing, field service, Dynamics 365 customer service integrates fully with those other applications. You can also connect with third-party applications and services using APIs. And actually, you can utilize the power of Microsoft Power Platform for customizations and extensions. When it comes to Dynamics 365 in particular, and these model-driven apps, they're extremely easy to configure and customize. I'm not extremely technical, but I feel very confident in configuring the system as and when needed to. Okay, so I just wanted to point out some of the key features, and these key features that we just looked at today in this session are prolific when it concerns customer service. So when you think Dynamics 365 customer service, these are the main features that we that you would have, and we're definitely going to take a look at a few more of those once we go into the demo. Cool. So how can customer service help businesses? So there's several ways in which Dynamics 365 can help your businesses. First of all, you'll improve customer satisfaction. So Dynamics 365 customer service, it provides a unified view of customers across all channels. So this includes, when I say all channels, this includes your phone, email, social media, and chat. And what this does is it enables businesses to promptly address customer concerns and improve customer service altogether. It leads to increased productivity. So within Dynamics 365 customer service, you can automate various manual tasks like ticket routing or and escalation. And what this does is it free up agents' times to swiftly and efficiently resolve other customer issues. So it increases productivity by just freeing up agents' time. Reduce costs. So it's cloud-based solution. So this eliminates the need for costly investment in hardware and software infrastructure. Moreover, it aids in cost reduction for businesses by, as I mentioned already, automating tasks and enhancing that customer experience. And last but certainly not least, self-service options. If anyone's like me, you know, I much prefer to do things myself if there is a way with less human interaction as possible. And this is exactly what Dynamics 365 customer service allows. That self-service options such as your customer portals and your chatbots, you know, this allows your customers to resolve issues independently without contacting customer service agents or contacting the company itself. Okay, so we've taken a look at some of the key features. We've taken a look at how customer service can help businesses. Let's take a look at the different apps within Dynamics 365 customer service. So when we talk about Dynamics 365 customer services, yes, there's actually different apps that sits within them. And the first one that I want to just highlight is the Dynamics 365 customer service hub. And this really is designed to simplify your day-to-day case acknowledgement activities, and it does so by providing the tools and information needed to manage cases efficiently and improve customer satisfaction. So the Dynamics 365 customer service hub is best situated for scenarios where organization needs to manage high volume customer support centers. So where an organization with a large customer base and high volume of services requests needs to be streamlined, needs to streamline their case management process. And what the Customer Service Hub does is it provides tools such as automated case routing and knowledge-based articles to help to do this. Another scenario is where multi-channel customer service operations, so where an organization interacts with customers through various channels such as phone, email, chat, and social media. And the Customer Service Hub supports omni-channel engagement, so it allows agents to handle interactions from multiple channels within a single interface. And for organization with strict SLA requirements, I already touched on SLAs a little while ago, and I'll show you those in a demo. But again, the Customer Service Hub provides tools to track and manage SLAs, as well as providing real-time alerts and notification when your SLAs are at risk. So we have the Customer Service Hub, but we also have your Customer Service Workspace as well. So the Customer Service Workspace is kind of more designed to enhance the efficiency and effectiveness of the customer service agents. And it does this by providing more of a modern multi-session interface that allows them to manage multiple cases simultaneously. So the big difference between Customer Service Hub and Customer Service Workspace is the fact that Customer Service Workspace allows for these multi-sessions for an agent. So an agent could be working on several cases, open up several sessions and have them all on that single screen. Now, again, for Customer Service Workspace, there's various scenarios in which this will be used. So for high volume multitasking environments, where a customer service agent needs to handle multiple cases concurrently, frequently switching between tasks and interactions. And the Customer Service Workspace app provides tools that would allow that multi-session capability. So it will allow agents to work on several cases at the same time, and a tabbed interface that would help the agents to quickly switch between the different cases and tasks. Another scenario is where we have our complex issue resolution. So where cases have complex issues that require collaboration, detailed documentation, and access to multiple resources. And what the Customer Service Workspace app does is it provides detailed case management capability support through documentation and tracking. And last but certainly not least, you have your enhanced agent productivity. So this is where organizations aim to improve agent productivity by minimizing time spent on navigation and task switching. And as already mentioned, what the Customer Service Workspace app does is it supports integrated productivity tools such as your knowledge base, AI suggestions, and quick actions for streamlining case resolution. So I just want to reiterate the big difference between the Customer Service Hub and the Customer Service Workspace is that the Customer Service Workspace allows for multiple sessions, whereas that Customer Service Hub is essentially for a single session. Now, some of the capabilities. Now, what I'm not going to do is read out all of the capabilities here, but what I wanted to do is just to demonstrate the overlap between your Customer Service Hub and the Customer Service Workspace. So, as already mentioned, big difference between the two is one's multi-session and one's a single session. But you see, apart from that, they align very closely to one another, and of course, apart from the different scenarios that I've already established too. Last but certainly not least is the omni-channel for customer service. So this is often described a system which combines many channels into a single stream. So what this basically does is a single stream that gives a seamless experience for customers and support agents. Now, this app is particularly beneficial in scenarios where organizations need to manage customer engagement. So where an organization needs to engage with customer through multiple channels, such as your email, live chats, social media, phone, and SMS. Scenarios where automation and AI-powered assistance, so where organizations are looking to leverage automation and AI to enhance customer service. And cross-channel campaigns and promotions, so where businesses are running marketing campaigns or promotions across multiple channels. And similar to what we've done for Customer Service Hub and Customer Service Workspace, just going to quickly take a look at some of the capabilities that we have for omnichannel. Now, again, I'm not going to read out all of the omnichannel capabilities, but it's worth noting that omnichannel requires an additional license to be able to use that. So that customer service requires an additional license to do so. And both the omnichannel, both the customer service workspace and the omnichannel have very similar functionality as the productivity pane, as they both have something called a productivity pane. They both have agent scripts, smart assist, and knowledge search. However, channels such as chat, WhatsApp, social media, these are native to the omnichannel, whereas the channels in customer service workspace, these are third-party channels, meaning that an add-on is required in order to use these, and it will be done at additional cost. So even though we talk about the customer service workspace, and even though we talked about the capabilities that we have with the different with the different channels that are available, just to point out that there is additional cost required for using some of those channels in customer service workspace. It's native to omnichannel, but big difference with the omnichannel is there's additional cost. There's an additional license cost to be able to do so. Okay, so now that we've I've just quickly gone through what we're going to cover today. Next thing I like to do is just to go into a quick demo. And this quick demo, what I like to do is to elaborate on, first of all, embedded analytics. So we're going to take a look at embedded analytics to see what, and this is for the Customer Service Hub. So we're going to take a look at what embedded analytics looks like in the Customer Service Hub. We're also going to go ahead and take a look at case management. Going to go ahead as well and take a look at your knowledge management. And finally, we're going to go ahead and take a look at account and contact management. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and flick over to the demo. And hopefully the demo gods are going to be kind to me today. And everything should be okay. This is a Blue Peter job. Here's one I did earlier. Okay, so where are we at the moment? First thing I want to point out is we're in, the reason why I got this screen up here for Customer Service Hub is in the background, but the reason why I brought up this screen first of all is because we talked about the Customer Service Hub, we talked about the Customer Service Workspace, and these are both apps, and we talked about the Omnichannel app. Just want to point out here, and by the way, this is a trial environment that I use. So I set up a trial customer service environment to run this demo today, and as part of that trial customer service demo environment, by default you can see I've got the Customer Service Hub here, and I've got the Customer Service Workspace app here as well. Notice, please note, I don't have the omnichannel because that's additional license to get that, but I just wanted to point out that the apps are natively there. So we're going to be concentrating on the Customer Service Hub today, but the Customer Service Workspace app is available as part of that customer service license. And just to point out as well, Customer Service Hub, just quickly read out what it says: a focused interactive experience for managing your customer service. Really fancy way of saying that it just manages your day-to-day cases, which is exactly what we're going to do now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and jump in. So typically, when a customer service agent logs into Dynamics, they're going to be presented with a dashboard. So in this instance, what we're looking at the moment is our Tier 1 dashboard, which a customer service would use to manage their streams. Now, as a customer service agent, I'll be able to see all of the active cases. I'll be able to see all of the my resolved cases, all of my draft emails, and all of my activities. And all of these are based on a particular time period that we can see at the top right-hand corner of the screen here. Now, these dashboards are dynamic, meaning they're automatically going to update themselves when a new record is created or deleted. And as a customer service agent, I would have the ability to open a case from the dashboard, or even if I wanted to, if you'll allow me to, I can go ahead and create a new case, which you won't do for the moment. We've also got the concept here as a customer service agent to show visual filters. So if you're anything like me and you love a good graph, as I do, then the customer service agent will have the ability to display visual filters that reflect the data that's in the dashboard. So these visual filters at the moment are basically reflecting the data that's in this dashboard. And we can see them there, case by priority, case mix, case by account, and case by status. And as I said, if we were to go ahead, and I'm going to do it now, and change, and I picked the worst one to do, so let me go ahead and change it to last week. Typically that wouldn't work either. Let me go to last month, maybe there you go. And if we go ahead and change it to last month, then again, the information both on the dashboard and in the visual filters go ahead and reflect that. Okay, so we have a tier 1 dashboard. We also have, just going to click on the drop down here. We also have a second tier dashboard. Going to go ahead and click on that for a moment. And what the customer service agent may utilize quite often in displaying this is the roll-up figures. So on the right-hand side there, it gives nice roll-up figures of my, almost like a snapshot. So my active cases filter, I can see I've got 4 there. My activities, I can see I've got 3 there. I can see at the bottom there, I've got 1 task that is available to me as well. Now, both the tier 1 and tier 2 are what we call system dashboards. What that means is that they're available to all users based on security roles. But if that doesn't float your boat, our agents have the ability to switch, first of all, to one of the many other dashboards that they have here. But you also have, let me go ahead and click on customer service. Let me pick this one, customer service rep. Hopefully we've got some information in there. There you go. So you have the ability to switch to different dashboards, or you have the ability, based on security permissions, to create your own dashboards. And if a customer service agent wants to take a look at the data behind the chart, then literally with a click of a button, then they have the ability to see the data that's there. Unfortunately, what I would have liked to have shown you, which I can't do, but I'm going to tell you about it, is you also have the ability to embed Power BI reports into your dashboards as well. I don't have one here at the moment in this trial environment, which is a bit cheeky of me, but yeah, you have the ability to have your Power BI embedded reports, I should say, and they can easily embed into your dashboards. Okay, so I'll just flick back to the tier 1 dashboard for just a moment. So as mentioned, the whole idea of the customer service hub, it really revolves around cases. So it makes sense that we really go ahead and take a look at case creation. So several ways that a case can be created. A person may call in, and the cases are created directly from within a contact record. So we can go over to contacts and create a case directly from within there. A case can be created from the tier 1 dashboard. So within here, if you allow me to do so, there you go. I can go ahead and click and create a new case from within there as well. And actually, also what we can do is also, if we're working in the background, then what the customer service agent can do is they can very quickly create a case. If I click on the drop down by using the quick create functionality. So what it would do is for us to go ahead and click on case, then what the system will allow me to do, it will bring up that quick create form, and the system will allow me to put in the customer case title, information about that case, and go ahead and close that record. The quick create is really good because it allows, if I'm working in the background and I don't really want to navigate away from this page, then it will just go ahead and give me the ability to create a case on the fly, save and close, and it will have that there created in the background. We also have another way. So another way cases can be created is from a central mailbox. So for an example, a case can go into a queue. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump over to queues here. So for example, we could have a situation. Let me change this to all items and all queues. we could have a situation where we have a support queue that's been created and an email comes into the support queue and it automatically generates a case. And what the customer service agent has the ability to do is they have the ability to go ahead and select a case, and there you go. I can go ahead and pick that, and system asks me, do I want to remove it from the queue or not? I'm just going to go ahead and say no and click pick. And what I'm doing there is I'm essentially picking up that that case and assign it to myself. Now, a person may call in, as I said, yeah. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and pick up that case. Now, any person now, any other colleagues that's looking at that queue can come in and they can say, oh, okay, we can see that Wayne's working on that particular case. Now, what I have the ability to do if I wanted to as well is I can go ahead and do exactly the same thing as pick one up. I can go ahead and release that case. Great thing about queues and Customer Service Hub is we can use pre-configured routing rules to automatically route cases that come into a queue. So for example, if a case was to come in and there was a particular agent that works on that has a particular skill set, it's funny because whenever I hear a particular skill set, I always think of Taken, but the agent has a particular skill set, then we can route that queue to them. So you have the predefined routing rules as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly jump over to cases. So what we've done, so we've established that the customer service agent, they can view their cases from the dashboard, but they can also view their cases from the case area of Dynamics, which is exactly where I am at the moment. So first things first is when I come in here by default, you can go ahead and see my active cases. These are the cases that belong to me. If I click on the drop down, lots of different views are available. We've also got active cases that will show all cases. These views are basically dynamic queries. And what it means is dynamic automatically going to update itself when new queues are added or assigned to me. They would also automatically appear in my active cases. When cases get resolved, they'll automatically get dropped out as well. So it's a dynamic query that allows us to do so. You've got a whole bunch of system views that are in here, and you also have the ability to create your own personal views if you want to. If I go ahead and change that to just active cases for the moment, and come over here. So these are all the cases in the system at the moment. We can see there's a whole bunch. I make no apologies that I put my sons in as users, Malachi and Malik. Granted, one's only 2 and one's 11 years old, but they're currently users and they're working on cases. But we're here in active cases at the moment. I have the ability as a customer service agent, if I wanted to again, as long as I have the permissions, to go ahead and reassign a case to myself if it's something that I need to pick up, if that's someone else is working on. And again, you could automatically apply routing capabilities here as well. So, okay, I'm just going to go ahead again, because I'm a visual person, active cases, I'm just going to go ahead and click on show charts. Again, this will give us, this is our charting capability. So what it will do is it will just give us that visual representation. I love a good visual representation. And there's lots of different charts that are available to us. So as an example there, active cases by agents. If I was to go ahead and say, I don't know, let me see cases by priority. And these are system charts. As I said, they're available both in the dashboard and also available in the system itself as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and just jump in and take a look at a case. Go ahead and close that. And I'm just going to go ahead and open up this case first of all. Each case would have a unique reference number, which could be found at the here. By the way, everything you see here, absolutely configurable. You know, we tell our customers this all the time. You want to change any of the fields, change the layout, add new fields, do whatever you want. It's Microsoft is really fantastic what they've done here and absolutely made this as configurable as they possibly can. So you've got your customer reference number there. First thing we'll see at the top of the screen here is what we call a business process flow. And what a business process flow is just think of it as a step-by-step guide. So this that leads a customer agent through an established process, and this process could be changed. If we wanted to, we can configure this to be changed on the different case types. So as an example, if it's a problem, then it's got to go through a certain number of steps and stages. If it's a question, maybe it's got to go through different steps or stages. And for each of the different steps or stages, I should say, you can quantify what needs to be covered in each of those different stages. So that's your business process flow. I talked about this slightly before, but I'm going to pick up on it again. We also have in this example here, our customer service agent has a standard SLA that's been set up. In this instance, it's been pre-configured and it's been based on priority. You can see we've got a concept of first response by and resolve by. First response by, I set up in such a way where we had to respond to this case within 30 minutes of it being open. And as long as we've done that, it's going to say it succeeded. If it didn't, it would have passed through as it's been failed. We've also got resolved in. Now, I purposely changed that to pause. But what I'm going to do now is just change the status back to in progress. And if I was to go ahead and hit save, it's not going to work now, is it? And if I go ahead and refresh my screen, there you go. You can see it's changed. And actually what's happening is this, as I said, this is based on priority. So what I've actually done is if I was to change my priority to low and hit save again, pay attention to the resolved in, the timer's going to change. And oh, sod's law, there you go, it's expired. So that's a poor example, but the point I'm trying to make is that you know, you have the ability to set your priority on a case, your SLA, sorry, on a case. Right, so we've taken a look at your SLAs. Also want to focus a little bit on your timeline. So what does a timeline do? So a timeline, just scroll down here slightly, it's basically building up a picture of all the communication, and it could be found right here within the timeline section. So really what this timeline is actually crucial for users to monitor customer engagement, track activities, and really to stay up to date with the progress of a case. So for example, if another colleague, if I suddenly won the lottery, wishful thinking, and I called it a day, I packed it in at Cap Gemini, and someone else was to take over, so then they'll be able to pick this up quite easily because they'll have all the information there. And actually what's really cool is it was here. Let me see if it's going to come back. There you go. The demo gods are working with me nicely. We actually have a new feature here in the customer service hub called the timeline highlights. And what this is this is powered by generative AI, and it optimizes agent productivity by reviewing the activities in the timeline and then showing relevant information in a clear and concise bullet point format. So it makes life even easier, because what it means is I don't need to then if I'm picking up this case, go through and read all of these individuals. What that generative AI does is it reads it all for me and it puts it into a nice bullet point. Okay, so what I want to do and what I want to point out on here is that, as I said, activities are all there. They're in that timeline, and you have the ability to go ahead and view those. Now, in this particular instant, what the customer service agent has done is they've done an on-site visit to replace a coolant, and what's actually happened is the coolant couldn't be replaced at the time because the wrong model was given. So what I'm going to do in this instant is the customer service agent is going to go in, and they're going to create a phone call activity, and they're going to create a phone call activity to remind them to contact the customer again. So I'm going to put here, contact Miss Games to confirm model code, model of air conditioner. And I'm using this as as almost as a reminder. So I'm putting in this phone call activities. I'm going to say, all right, then when is this due? It's going to be, I'm going to call tomorrow at, I don't know, let's go for nice and early. Let's do 8 a.m. And I'm going to go ahead and just save and close that. What the system's going to do, and you'll notice, is that activity is going to appear in two places. One, it's going to appear in the timeline. Of course it was, because it's a form of communication, but also it would appear in my activities. So my activities, which is in the dashboard that we just saw, my activities where it's in the activities section as well, Dynamics 365. So several places this phone call activity would appear because it's been assigned to me. What we also have the concept of is knowledge base articles. So we talked about knowledge articles in the a little bit, and I touched about them in the past. I'm just going to go ahead and first of all jump over to knowledge articles, and here what we can do. Just bear with me for just a moment. I apologize, my little one just decided to come into the room. Apologies about that. I told you it was going to happen. It was inevitable that my little one was going to run into the room, and he certainly did. So yeah, so sorry. So knowledge articles. So you have the ability in Customer Service Hub to create knowledge articles, and these knowledge articles are extremely useful for both the agent and also for the customer as well. So important for the agent because it gives them the ability to bring up on the screen. If they don't know a particular issue, they can take a look and see how it can be resolved and relate it back to the customer. But also from a customer's perspective as well, they have the ability to, if they're using Customer Service Portal, to be able to a portal, for example, they're able to pull up that knowledge article themselves. So I'm just going to quickly open up one of these knowledge articles. It's based on keywords to search for this. What I did was, if I just scroll down here, we've got the description. I just did a step-by-step guide in how to replace a coolant. You can embed videos in here as well too. So I didn't do this at the moment, but you do have the ability to do just that. So I'm going to go ahead and save and close, and I'm going to jump back to our case and open back up my case again. So if we go back into our case, within the case itself, we have the concept again of our knowledge articles. And if I go ahead and go back into knowledge articles, notice what the system is very cleverly done is take a look at the title of the case. It's see that air coolant requires replacing, and there is that knowledge article. So I now have the ability to, if I wanted to, I can go ahead and attach that knowledge article to the case itself, or I have the ability to email that knowledge article over to the customer. So there's several ways that the customer service agent will have the ability to do such a thing. And if I was to just quickly jump into emails. So I'm in my email at the moment. Again, we have the concept here of insert knowledge article. I could type in here coolant, hit enter, and there it is. There's my knowledge article. If I can go ahead and it should allow me to. Why? There you go. It's right there, and it's gone ahead and inserted that knowledge article in. One other clever thing I want to point out, by the way, if I was to send out this email, of course it can be sent from the Customer Service Hub because it can be integrated with your email. So you could use your actual Outlook to send out that particular email. This email activity will not only sit in the timeline. As a matter of fact, let me just send this out. it will not only sit in our timeline of the case itself, but as I said, it will be sent over to the customer. One other thing I wanted to point out, we talked about the timeline highlights using generative AI. You'll notice we also co-pilot within emails itself. So, and I love this functionality. If you're anything like me, I sometimes write like I talk, and I could write a lot better. So this is a fantastic tool that allows you to adjust the content of your email using Copilot. So if I was to go ahead and send, then system will go ahead and send that off, and there you go. It's in my timeline now. Okay, final thing I want to show you from a customer service agent in regards to dealing with cases. Once a case has been dealt with, the customer's happy. We're going to go ahead and pretend that this customer is over the moon, absolutely happy with us. They'll go ahead and resolve the case. Of course it won't, because it's gone ahead and say to me that there's, oh, that's a good point actually. Basically what the system is saying is you've got a phone call, you've got an activity that's open. How dare you try and resolve the case without doing so? I meant to do that, I promise you, I didn't. So if I was to go ahead and hit resolve case now, then I can put in what my resolution type was, what the actual resolution is. I'm just going to call that test resolution for now. If I could spell properly, which I can never do once I'm doing a demo, and I'm going to go ahead and resolve that case. A couple of things I want to show you before I close this demo is historical customer service historical analytics. I'm just going to jump over here for a moment. Now the customer service historical analytics, it's really cool, because what it does is it displays a combination of BI analytics and AI analytics. So what the report does is it uses natural language understanding to automatically detect the language using cases and groups and relate those cases together. So here we can, what can we do? So we can identify metrics such as your KPIs. We can take a look at your case trends, case volumes. If I was to just quickly jump over to agents. So again, it's this natural language, and it's using AI to take a look at what the active cases are, incoming statuses. It can take a look at your trends, customer service, customer satisfaction trends, and so on and so forth. It's a brilliant piece of analytics, and again, it's default as part of that customer service hub. And last but certainly not least, we also have, when I can be able to find it, there we go, knowledge analytics. So what the knowledge analytics does is it provides two inbuilt dashboards. So you've got your search term insights and your article insights. So and what they're really designed to do is to provide knowledge article managers with valuable knowledge insights about how customer service agents are finding and using your knowledge articles. So you know, for search type insights, as an example, you could see your search count over duration, average search ranking trends, top 20 searches. If I was to jump over to my articles, you know, your top 20 most viewed articles, your view trends. And again, it's just a way to be a little more efficient as a company, so we can see as a company, we can see which articles, knowledge articles, are being used the most. And if there are knowledge articles that are being used the most, i.e. customers are phoning up and saying, we've got this particular issue, then we can maybe put some more manpower towards that. I'll find a way to more efficiently resolve those issues. So, you know, the knowledge articles again is a fantastic way to take a look at the different trends that come about. Okay, I'm very conscious that I've been talking for a very long time. We've now come to the end of the demo, and hopefully what I've done there is I just wanted to give you an overview, high-level overview of what Customer Service Hub is all about. I haven't gone into all of the different functionality, but I just wanted to give you an idea of how powerful this tool is and how useful it could be in customer service world, you know, to help companies to be more efficient, and effectively, whilst they're more efficient, it means that they're gonna resolve issues quicker, which makes sure that their customers are happy. So that's it for me. Thank you very much. I hope nobody's fallen asleep, and I'll hand you back over to Matt.
Thanks, Wayne. That was a really good demo. You know, it's that all the memories came flooding back to me of working in customer service and knowledge-based articles and case resolutions and activities and the timeline, how all that is so important to anyone to be able to resolve a case and handle the case effectively. So that was really, really good. Does anyone have any questions for Wayne? Anything about customer service or anything? Feel free to come off mute and ask a question if you want, or anything in the chat.
By the way, sorry, I was just going to say, by the way, if Carl asks, because I don't think he's on the call, tell him that it was a short and sweet presentation and I didn't go over. Thank you.
Carl's at Liam Gallagher tonight.
It was short and sweet, but I do.
You're right. I should have actually mentioned Copilot. I should have
No,
done.
No. It's totally okay.
You don't want me to.
The chat was
amazing.
lit. The chat was like going nuts about the fact that you weren't saying the C word. And we had a
amazing. Okay, so I think we have our next speaker. So we can start. Awesome. So just a quick introduction to our next speaker.
this and who have used omnichannel in the past is we have had deliver effortless self-service. So this offer comes with and getting a Copilot set up and things of that nature. The way we do it is bringing in there'll be two experiences moving forward. Some of log in and use Copilot cases as well as single pane of glass, whatever the preferred option is. We are starting with Salesforce as one of the out of in the future, we'll of course have more and more CRM goal towards helping you drive efficiency and reduce costs. Of kind of channels used in the contact center industry. And there's an opportunity for supervisors. Multiple channels, and you do not need to and ability for the operation
No, it's fine. Carry on. Carry on. Co-pilot's away.
Okay, no, I'm going to skip this slide, folks. Sorry, one more slide on Copilot, but let's move on to something more fun. Okay, so to help you with an understanding of what it might look like, this is the era of sizzle videos. So let me at least take a minute to just showcase some of the capabilities through a light-hearted demo. Can you folks here see things on the screen?
We can see, but we can't hear anything if it's playing.
Okay, well, hang on one sec. Let me make sure I share sound. Okay.
And also, you can
Hopefully-
talk Copilot.
Okay, hopefully this brings up the mood a little bit with the upbeat music here. There we go.
Again, is it still under warranty?
Your Trailmaster X4 is covered. Let me connect you to an agent.
And then at least provided a glimpse of what capabilities are there. We of course the fact that this goes from self-service to agent-assisted service. And costs. Way of our new offering. And efficiency and reduction of costs are what this enables. What we can wait for later. Sounds good. So just diving into each of these areas a little. Chat and voice. The net new one being the voice IVRs per se. So as some and Nuance has been at the forefront of providing again, the goal finally, in terms of get out of box experiences built into this offering. The specific report on how one channel is doing and they'll be able to do customizations on the managed database offering that we have called Dataverse. So key theme associated with this offering. As needed as well for supervisors too. Support is integrated. So in the beginning, any workforce management solution are coming up as well. And into a couple of areas, we'll touch upon the agent CRM, the part that we have the ability to see conversations. In digital, you have live chat, persistent chat. Excuse me, a communication panel. In the middle, you would have access to customer details. And then on the right, you have access to Copilot. We'll kind of briefly touch upon why someone would like to choose Microsoft as the contact center offering, and then move into another demo just to showcase some of these offerings in action. So first of all, we have a comprehensive through our slew of Copilot for Service, keep versus CRM from Microsoft and put in an add-on for omnichannel. So that's the that's the change in approach that we are considering now, where with this new offering, you do not need to consider replacing any CRMs, and with things such as Copilots for Service, you actually can go ahead and meet a customer where they may not need to change some of their other contact center offerings if needed as well. The second is we have quote unquote Copilot infused from end to end. I know this is in some ways might sound overused, but the idea and the kind of purpose behind it is to make the agents and the customers' conversations quicker, faster, make agents more productive, and essentially help resolve cases and improve CSAT as quickly as possible. And then finally, the solution is built on a very scalable and reliable infrastructure. We have everything built on Azure, which supports 200 plus, which is available across 200 plus countries. We have 1,200 plus connectors to connect to other systems. And then I know we have been growing up as a voice service. We are excited to let you know that right in July, we are bringing in our voice vNext offering, which provides additional layers of reliability and scalability and closes out a lot of gaps that we had identified in the past and which you all had mentioned in the past as well. So come July and come the next few months, you'll see reliability and scalability improve by multiples going forward. So we'll move into one more demo, and the key difference here is this is where you will see the product in action. And then after that, we'll open it up to any questions that the team might have.
For many support organizations, AI-driven customer experience remains a distant dream as they struggle to modernize legacy systems and integrate a complex network of engagement channels. With Microsoft, that's all about to change. With Dynamics 365 Contact Center, support organizations get access to digital and voice channels, self-service across chat and voice, unified routing, and agent and supervisor experiences, all within their existing CRM, custom app, or using the included standalone application. For this demo, we'll focus on self-service using chat and IVR, followed by agent and supervisor experiences and how Copilot enhances each of them. Here, we see a customer interacting on the chat channel. Traditional customer service chatbots can be frustrating for anything beyond a simple FAQ. Here, however, the customer asks for help in natural language and Copilot immediately jumps in to help, asking a series of follow-up questions to both understand their intent and resolve their issue without ever escalating to a human agent. In this case, a custom plugin lets Copilot look up and provide real-time shipping information to the customer. If customers prefer engaging over voice, Copilot in IVRs is here to help. Here we see a customer interacting with one of those conversational IVRs on the voice channel.
Good morning, Pavel. Thanks for calling Northwind. I see you chatted with us about an order yesterday. Are you calling about that?
Yes. Can that order be expedited?
Just to confirm, would you like to expedite the order with the tracking number ending in 3377?
Yes.
I've expedited your order. It'll now be delivered in 2 business days instead of 5 business days. Is there anything else I can help you with?
If I do change my mind, how long do I have to return it?
For Trailmaster X4, the return period is 90 days. Is there anything else I could help you with?
Yes. I'd like to increase the credit limit for my Northwind credit card.
Let me connect you with an agent for that.
When human assistance is required, our unified routing service matches the customer's intent with agent skills, finding the best person to help and avoiding misroutes. Here we see Dynamics 365 Contact Center can be embedded in a third-party CRM or custom app. In this experience, agents can not only have voice and digital conversations, but can also get access to AI-based real-time sentiment analysis, transcriptions, and translations. Copilot is there to support by summarizing the ongoing customer conversation and finding information from the knowledge base to help resolve the case faster. For those agents who would prefer to work outside of their CRM agent desktop, Dynamics 365 Contact Center also includes the standalone experience with even more enhanced Copilot capabilities such as timeline highlights. For supervisors, Dynamics 365 Contact Center provides a rich set of omnichannel analytics to further optimize contact center operations. In the era of AI-enabled customer service, Microsoft Dynamics 365 Contact Center allows customers to choose from a set of composable channels and solutions to power their support org without the need to replace their CRMs.
Awesome. I could help address.
There are a couple of questions that are in the chat. There is Paul who is asking about
Okay, hi Tricia. Hi Sabya. Thank you for the demo. First of all, it was great. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, my question was around showing that you can use different CRM systems. So you use Salesforce, you use Dynamics. The question I had was around the telephony side of things, whether that was also kind of, if we've got customers that have like Avaya or you obviously lose a little bit of the functionality. And I kind of wondered if the direction of travel of the contact center would be to allow that kind of integration in future. So obviously those big telephony providers, they have sentiment analysis and they have a kind of speech to text conversions going on in the background. It'd be, I'm just interested whether you think they would ever be able to plug into the product of contact center, or whether there would always be a kind of separate integration.
Makes sense. I think I mentioned that integrations are mostly possible. We do offer some aspects first party, so depending on what the customer might need, we can work with you in terms of where and how you'd like to customize it. So if it's okay, happy to just have a separate conversation on telephony. We have some great things coming on the voice side along with telephony aspects, but would be happy to address them. Would that
Yeah,
be
I'd love that. Yeah, that'd be fab. We'll
absolutely.
Yeah, we'll catch up. Thank you.
Okay. Other questions?
There are lots of other questions. They're coming in hot and fast. So there's another question about Cindy's asked. Cindy, do you want to ask your question? No? Okay. So Cindy's asking if the pane of glass that you were talking about, can that be incorporated into a Canvas app?
And the short answer is yes. We have made this easy and deployable into any solution that you'd like this to be used in. In the beginning, some of these customizations and integrations will need to be done by yourselves. But as we kind of expand this offering, we will try and bring in more and more out of the box functionalities. For example, we have heard asks for, can this widget be or offering be integrated with Dynamics Sales or Dynamics Marketing or Canvas apps? It is possible right now. And as we kind of expand and scale, we'll just keep on bringing in more and more out of box integration just to make it easier. I hope that answers your question, Cindy.
I hope it answers Cindy's question too. So the next question that we have is Mark Wheeler. Mark, do you want to ask your question?
Yeah, so it's just a question. Is this, I think you half answered it, Trisha, but is this a rebrand of, because Omnichannel became the digital contact center, whatever it's called, platform, and now it's called, is it now called Dynamics 365 Contact Center? Is it?
Yeah, I don't want to kind of beat around the bush here. The short answer is yes. Omnichannel, but there are some key differences coming in. I think first, Omnichannel used to be only possible to be integrated as an add-on to Dynamics CRM. That connection is quote unquote no longer required, and you can make it work with any CRM. Second is there were questions around, we were a new offering. There were questions around reliability, availability. Those are being addressed, and we are much more scalable and available as we go forward. So yes, the omnichannel core capabilities are being brought over to Contact Center. At the same time, gaps that existed are being addressed. CRM connectivity is increased, as well as reliability and availability is much better.
Hopefully I can ask a bonus question then.
Please,
we were talking to one of your colleagues about app insights and the information that gets fed. So at the moment, we're live with omnichannel voice, and we've had quite a few issues. We're getting to the end of it now, I think, with some new settings. But a lot of times when we talk to Microsoft, they have metrics on conversations that we don't have access to, and we'd really like access to them. So I'm hoping that you're bringing some of those forward, so the end user administrator can start to see those.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of good things in progress. If it's okay, I'm happy to follow up and make sure that I address your question. I don't have a good answer to that at the point, Mark.
Okay.
Okay. If there's any specific metrics that you have, please do let us know, and we'll make sure we address it.
Things like, just very quickly, call disconnects, headset issues, music playing in the background, all those types of things. Those are sort of common issues that we have. And the other one is around performance. So App Insights gives you metrics on performance within Dynamics, but within Omnichannel or Digital Contact Center, the performance of that is outside of the current App Insights, and we've had performance issues. So we'd love to. It's always often agents who are giving you the information, and it's always quite subjective. We'd like something more quantitative.
Point noted. Okay.
Cool. Thanks.
Just a heads up, Mark. If you if you enable the newest release, which is V2, it does give you quite a lot of agent-facing performance information. For example, if there's network issues, it will tell the agent that, hey, you've got some network issues there, which you can, and as an admin, will be able to see as well. Also, like if there's music playing, it will notify you as well. So some of those issues, if you enable V2 and enable in the admin center the performance notification information, you'll see that and it helps the agents to kind of self-correct effectively. So okay. I would check that out as well. Yeah. Another question. Are you okay now, Mark? Before we move on?
Yeah,
Okay.
all good, thanks.
So, no worries. So next question I see is Harold. Harold, are you still there?
Yes. Hi, Trisha. Hi, Sabya. Short question about Teams telephony. I remember this was one of the biggest issues we had when customers want to decide, because there are cost benefits when you enable the natural or embedded Teams telephony channel for the call center. I was expecting this to be released earlier this year. Now I don't see any date. I did not see it in the presentation. Is there any date when it can be expected?
No, great point there. Let me just say that that is one of our top things that we are working on. There's good news coming in soon, if you can trust me on that. We know that ACS versus Teams telephony is a topic that comes up pretty often, but I'll just let you know that as the product group, we are making sure that we address it very soon. So I don't have a date yet, but let's say in the next few months, you'll hear some good news coming in.
Great, thanks for sharing that, and good luck.
Sure. No, absolutely. Hey, we all understand and acknowledge that that is one of the key areas where we need to get better at. So we are hearing the feedback and acting on it.
Heard it here first. Okay. So the next question is Bulent. I think, is it more of a comment than a question? Bulent? Okay, I'm going to take it as a comment more than a question. Basically saying it's kind of like Copilot for omni-channel if you can connect with other CRMs, I guess. There's a question for licensing.
Yes. I saw that. So more information coming soon, but here are some broad strokes. You do not need customer service enterprise anymore. So that part of the cost that was there with omnichannel is not included anymore. So that's taken off in the sense that you can work with any CRM that exists. So this is going to be a contact center offering. And the way I think of it is omnichannel plus Copilot plus some agent experiences to make sure that we have the entire end-to-end story. Second thing is the cost will be quote unquote similar in a way to what you have seen for omnichannel. The only thing to consider is that we do bring in some GenAI capabilities. So those will have a little bit of a bump up on what you may have seen. And the numbers that you should expect are around the $100 range here and there. Okay. Other questions, other thing to note is it is still a per user per month license at the moment, but we have heard feedback around concurrent pricing, consumptive pricing. So those are in the works as we kind of move into the future. We wanted to get something into the hands of customers as early as possible. So we are starting with per user per month, but if you're running into some issues in terms of deals with as you're kind of exploring with customers, and there's really an ask for concurrent pricing and things of that nature, please do let us know. We'll do the best to support you.
There is an ask for concurrent licensing. I can tell you already, there is an ask for concurrent licensing.
Yeah, and I think I'll just mention that the ask is heard loud and clear. The first version of this product, which is going on live in July, is something that we'll release with per user per month. But as I mentioned, if there is a real push and concurrent is the only way to go for the customer in a competitive situation, just let us know. We'll do our best to support you.
Okay.
I see the note around Copilot. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, the Copilot tax. Yeah, the bump in terms of $100. There is a Copilot tax, of course. Everything, it's not cheap. Do we have any other questions for Sabya? I'm just looking at time. We're approaching the end. But I just want to make sure that you have the opportunity to ask questions. It's relatively new. If you're going to go back to your companies and go back to your teams, to tell them about this lovely new product, do you have all the information to hand? I would say yes. Well, Sabya, it has been amazing hosting you at our virtual user group. Thank you for everyone joining, and thank you to you, Sabya. Paul, you had a question? I think Paul had a last minute question.
No,
One last question.
I clicked the wrong button.
Okay, so it was
some applause, yeah, and I hit raise my hand. Sorry, but yeah, it was great. Thank you. I really enjoyed it.
Absolutely, and I think that I'll just mention that this was like a 30-minute intro into a product that can last for years in your customers' contact centers. So we are happy to organize more kind of learning training sessions as needed, and then we GA this product in July. So there's more documentation resources needed as you would need to go ahead and help. Bring it into your customers or your companies as well. So we'll be connected. Trisha will work with you to make sure that we pass along the right information. But again, really appreciate the opportunity to come and speak with everyone. Thank you.
And thank you for coming. Thank you, everyone, and have a great weekend and time. Bye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye.